Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Dark Aether Ghost and we're here on the tomb doing the one box Easter egg challenge for this map. Now, this is gonna be a bit of an more of an unusual one.
We went through hell to get that amulet.
We won't be able to spin the box right as we hit round cap, like the previous maps, because
More data for me, less bother from you.
the doors are a bit more expensive. There's only 6 doors throughout the map and they start at 2500. As you'll see right here, they actually 2250. Now,
As sure as my name's Sir Archibald Thornton Smythe, a shiny head lid to the lucky blighter who finds that door first.
so this time we're gonna have to go to 3000. We are gonna have to reach 3000 essence before we get there, through that door. That's the door that we're gonna have to open. And just like with the previous maps, we won't be skipping the initial setup until we get to Pack-a-Punch. Now, this one doesn't have a true Pack-a-Punch quest like Terminus or Citadel. Just like Liberty Falls, you just have to open the location where it's at.
And all there are alternate dimensions.
Uh,
You can add alternate physics to the
It's a
equation.
smaller map. This is actually, honestly, probably before Shattered Veil came out, this was like my favorite map in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I played it a lot, and I completed this Easter egg more times than than most people played this map in it since playing this game, and I'm missing every shot. And I'm gonna have to buy some ammo. We will be able to open up the door real soon. Not yet. We're gonna have to go to about probably 3200, around that. We're gonna get rid of these zombies and then we're gonna be spinning the box just so that we have a baseline. Now we should be able to spin the box, see what we get.
This bodes. Who wants to be first?
Hopefully it's gonna be a bullet weapon, otherwise we won't be able to deal damage to the boss and we would have to restart again. Nice. That's precisely what I wanted. A bullet weapon. This should be doable. Now, it's gonna take us a bit of setup to actually open up the map and get to the to Pack-a-Punch. As again, doors are very expensive on this map. Inflation hit hard on it. As you can see, this one costs 2500 to open. So it's quite expensive, unfortunately. Let's get the loose change here. I'm pretty sure I got the loose change here, but just for safety, yes. Just wanted to make sure. I probably won't be buying perks at first until I'm more set up, just so that we have a baseline.
Precision.
Um,
Hallmark of good science.
Now, honestly, oh no. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We should be able to open up the map real soon. think. Just this zombie alive. And first of all, let's quickly change over the field upgrade to energy mine for this first part. Don't know why. In a second, once we get to that part. First, as always, we open up this area now that we had the points, and we're gonna be going over to the next one. All right, we got a zombie here. We got another zombie here. Honestly, this is a pretty cool map. Like, it has a really cool theme. This Egyptian type of, well, Egyptian, this kind of like the sacred tomb, shrouded in mystery. It's a pretty cool setting for a map. Nice. We're getting some good points there. We're getting really good points. And we're gonna be able to start the next round with double points, which is crucial. It's gonna be crucial for us if we can start the next round with double points. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold it. It's gonna be a background, so that's gonna be interesting. Come on, do not disappear. I was hoping for salvage, but that's okay. Alright, killing this vermin, killing this vermin, killing this vermin. We got 100 salvage right there. We killed this guy, we get another 100 here, so that's nice. In this case, we can equip this. Alright, and on to the next one. That was an interesting way to open. Nice. Now ideally you would have procced on a bit more zombies, or a bit more crowd clearance. It's starting to get, the zombie spawns are starting to get pretty chaotic right now. A little bit of point farming and almost dying because we're stupid. Another double point. That's gonna help us a little bit. We might actually be able to go and pack a punch our weapon. That's precisely what's happening. We can pack a punch our weapon so that we can take the guy that we need to take down a bit faster.
All these hidden corners of reality have to smell like rotten beef.
Now we pack a punch, and this is where we're gonna be starting to skip the steps a little bit. Well, after we kill this guy, since this is the first Easter egg step actually. Alright, and now I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the first Easter egg step. Alright, here we are with the first Easter egg step. This is to retrieve a nice staff part and begin a small trial for it. let me quickly buy some ammo before we go into setting that part up. So as you can see, you see this lantern here. You have to get it in this room. Now, just to simplify things, it will either spawn there, there, or there, and you have to destroy the lantern until you get it here. And usually you have to wait about 60 seconds between each lantern spawn. So just destroy it until you see it right in this room, and you see these symbols on the wall. Now those symbols are just Roman numerals. Don't think they're anything complicated. They're legitimately just Roman numerals. You just have to shoot them in order. See, basically here's one, here's two, here's three, here's three, there is four, then five is right there. Let's just quickly get these guys out of our way. Might just buy a decoy just to throw it that way to send them out of our way. Then get the second one. I'm pretty sure we already have one. Then next you have to shoot 6, which is this one. This is 7. This is 8. This is 8. Let's throw it again. This is 9 and this is 10.
Anyone taking notes?
Once you've shot all
Because I don't remember what I did.
all the symbols in that order from 1 through 10, they won't be in the same order in your game. They will likely have a different order. Basically, once you've shut them, this trial will begin, and you just basically have to kill. And basically just kill and follow the orb around. That will likely flip around soon enough. That's okay. We don't really care much about the round we're in. It will spawn some special zombies, as you see here, so don't do what I just did there, which is basically corner yourself. But basically just follow this principle of killing whatever zombies spawn in from this trial. Alright, we did get a max armor there. There's a few phases to this. Usually the last phase will always end there when it's near the wall where it started. We got the Doppelghast here, so let's just get rid of these guys real quick. Then kill the zombies. If by the end of this trial you find yourself low on ammo, don't worry. As you can see, you get max ammo. Now, let's take you to the next step. Alright, so next up, just like before, you see here, the lantern is already lined up for me. So this is where you have to get it in this particular room. Let me quickly get rid of these zombies, just so that we have it a bit easier while we shoot this. Now in this room, I'll show you the spawns, all the possible spawns for this lantern in a minute. They're not complicated. There's 4. There's always 4 for these. Alright, nice. Alright, so the spawns. One can be here, another one can be here, then the correct one is here, and another one can be right there. And here, just like before, you have to shoot the Roman numerals in order. Only this time there's only 3. There's only 8 instead of 10. You don't have to do them in the same order I did them. You can do them in whatever order you'd like. I usually do the one with the 10 just because there's more. So it gets the longer process out of the way in a more timely manner. By the way, yes, I do know that the door is not open yet. That's honestly fine with me. I don't need it opened. Anyway, now that we got 3 zombie, let's just shoot that real quick. Get number 6 real quick. Number 7 real miss. Number 7 real quick, I mean. Get number 7 now. And let's get number 8 real quick. And hopefully we're not too low on health. And just like before, you just have to kill the zombies. That's really all you have to do. Kill the zombies. That the orb spawns. And just like before, the orb will move around this general area usually a few times once you clear one of these waves. And then once all that is done, the last wave will be once again near the wall. Okay, that got decided to lock onto the Doppelghast first. That's fine. I'm not worried too much about the plate situation right now, because as you can see, just like before, it will always spawn a max armor. Now we only have 2 more phases that we have to take care of now. So let's just do that real quick. For this, now we might have to buy ammo. Right. And we got this guy real quick, and we should have one more phase to take care of. And now let's take care of this phase real quick. There we go. That's one guy down. Let's not die. And that's another phase taken care of as well. Let's start the trial. We'll start a nuke event. What I would recommend for this step is just run an energy mine turret augment to make that easier, and just sit here and kill the zombies that are coming your way. That will ensure that the staff is being kept safe, while you just worry about the zombies that are programmed to attack you directly. Oh no. Let's not die, shall we? Right? I think that's a The parasites can be pretty annoying to deal with because they just spawn in such a high number. So be wary of these guys. And they deal a lot of damage too.
You can't spell vicious without beating.
As you can see. And when you combine that with the amount of zombies that spawn in as well, it can get pretty annoying. There we go, that should be the step done. Alright, so now that we got the ice staff built, the next step we have to do is upgrade the ice staff. That's the next thing that we have to do. And in order to do that, what we have to do is basically, as we're being prompted right there on the screen, we have to freeze 3 etheric lanterns in the span of 10 seconds. This can be pretty complicated, so I would recommend is try to line up 3 lanterns as close as you possibly can. And once you have them, as close to you as you're happy, just shoot the lanterns. First, I kind of want to manipulate the zombies here real quick to get them far away from that area as possible. And let's go. One we got right here. Second one is right there. So now let's move real fast. You'll get it right when you hear this quote. Next up, you have to go inside the Dark Aether. Alright, now that we are here in the Dark Aether, you will see some glowing symbols on the thing. Now that's a pizza slice. Okay, so pizza slice. We'll have to remember that. The next symbol is going to be, let's see, that's U, so pizza slice U. And let's find out the next one. I think that's a key. Basically what you'll have to do, give me 1 second, I will switch back to Ether Shroud. Just because I don't really... You have to shoot the symbols that you had. I had this, this, and this. And you'll get it right if you see these symbols on the ground. And we start this trial. For this trial, we have to follow this orb around the Dark Aether and feed its souls. Otherwise, just be sure to stay close to it. Otherwise, you will fail this step. And if you don't stay close to it and you fail the step, you have to stick around to then do it again. So realistically, you're only given one real try per round. And what you'd ideally want to do is to complete this as flawlessly as possible. Basically, genuinely, all you have to do is just hit its kills. Now we're gonna get an Amalgam spawn. Let's see how fast we can get at this guy. Apparently not before it can grab us. Alright, we should be close to getting this done. that should be this step completed.
That's the last of those stinking rotters. Good show, good show.
Alright.
I say, this thing is positively thrumming, what? Never done anything quite like it.
Now that we've done that, you have to charge those statues
All right, chaps, no time for lollygagging. Tally ho!
Look at that reaction.
with the healing area of the ice staff. Honestly, let's do this with the weapon. Normally the fastest way to do this step is with the ice staff, because it gets it done really fast. You can just charge attack it. But we are doing a one box challenge, and for the steps that are not required, for the ice staff, we'll be doing this with the weapon. Also make sure to not get damage like we just got there. Let's get the nuke real quick. Get rid of this guy. By the way, one thing is the portal that is closest to that trial is always going to be closed. So in that case, the blue portal that we came through at first was closed, so we had to take another portal. Now for this trial, we have to go through this right here. We have to take this route.
Come on then. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's and for this trial, it's also not that hard. Bear in mind it can be kind of complicated to do, and it's very easy to damage yourself actually. So make sure you come prepared to this. You just have to charge this with these orbs. You have to take 10 orbs to that in the span of about usually it's about a minute that you have to complete this. This is a pretty finicky step, so if you fail, don't worry, just flip around. We're here to complete the challenge, and the challenge is to use the Easter egg, the one box. It's a one box challenge, so we have to use the weapon. Anyway, for that trial, you have to take this green portal, and you have to take it here, and you just have to kill about 5 Doppelghasts. Once again, just like before, no ice staff, even though usually I do use an ice staff for this. We won't be using the ice staff now. Just beware. Keep out from those things that drop. You also have about a minute or so to complete this, by the way, so do bear that in mind. And you also can leave the challenge area.
Consider that an upgrade to your cranial capacity.
If by any chance we run out of ammo, that's when we to the ice staff, but if not, ice staff is all we're gonna be using. And this is why you keep away from those things. Let's not leave the challenge area, otherwise it's an auto fail. One more should be enough. Yes. Alright, so here we are for the final trial. You have to recharge this.
Here's hoping we're not a large luxury
And
liner.
then we have to go through the red door. And this is gonna be an amalgam trial. So be careful about that. So just like before, we start the trial.
Well on my way to a doctorate in comparative culling.
Make sure you don't leave the mark there. Yeah, that's there. You will notice that sometimes an armored zombie is gonna spawn in. That's gonna shield the amalgam, so you won't be able to do damage to the amalgam during this state. Of course it grabs me. We should be done with this guy soon, and that's exactly right. And there we go. This is pretty much the boss fight being set up completely. Let me quickly go and do the last step here real quick. And this is what we're going after. That thing right there.
Chasms are minor impediments, requiring of some good old-fashioned British ingenuity, a trait with which I am most fortunately endowed.
Now,
Old-fashioned British intuition of firing on all cylinders. I'd have the painters.
unfortunately, we may be boss fight ready in terms of the Easter egg steps.
Yes. Effective? Hopefully.
Even though we're basically ready for this boss fight, we're not gonna go into it. Just so that I can be fully prepared for it. So basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go farm some points, and get ready for the boss fight, and then I'll see you. Alright guys, we're here, we're back. We're gonna be starting the boss fight now. Now normally the strat to complete this is to just sit in here with the ice staff, but we're not here to use the ice staff in this boss fight, we're here to use the weapon. So guess what we're gonna be doing? We're not gonna be following the easy strat for this boss.
Settle down. There's no time to get pissy.
We're gonna be we're gonna not follow the easier strat, and we're just gonna go down the, we're just gonna full send it with our weapon the entire time. See how far we can go without following the base. Let's make sure that when we do, make sure to stay out of this crystal's way, that artifact's way. Now in about a second it's gonna, that's when we're gonna be using the ice staff, just so that we don't get bothered. We have to reload. We did it.
Stop that! You are not a bloody flatworm!
We did bring in a Casimir. Alright, for this we're probably gonna be sitting up here. And when it goes up, we're gonna go down there. Like this. Then when it goes back down, we're gonna go back up. And so on and so forth. Now, we would be able to destroy both of these at the same time, but we're not gonna be doing that. We're gonna be focusing on just one for this phase as well. Let's get the ice staff ready. Like that. We're just gonna... This is just gonna allow us to skip for... a step that would have 4 of these at once. Next time we do this, we're gonna be shooting down 2. So do bear that in mind. I'm gonna try and make sure that when I go up when I go down when in a spot where none of the lasers can hit me. And when I go up, the same thing. I'm gonna do it in a safe manner. Seems like so far it's so good. So far so good. I haven't had any issues. Now let's prepare the ice staff. Got 1. We got 2. For this step, you want to stay away from that guy. That's why he can one-shot you. Alright, now that's this step done. Next, I'm pretty sure he's gonna spawn in here, and let's be careful not to get hit. Normally, once again, I do use the ice staff for this. But we won't be doing that in this boss fight. We're gonna be... because we're not doing this boss fight with the actual strat of this boss fight. We're doing it with of course we get grabbed by that garbage can. Now this should be the last We should be done with these mirrors in a second. Yes, we are. There we go. Well, mirrors. They're not exactly mirrors. And now we're gonna be waiting for them to come up here. We should be close to done. The recoil is kind of hard to control. And that's it for this boss. Now we'll wait
This tarnishes your finish.
and let's let the cutscene play.
Raptor 1, I'm at the LZ. Let's get the hell out of here.
There is more to be done now that you've secured the Sentinel artifact. Bring it directly to me. I have gathered every available file on the history and previous uses of this ancient device. It appears several times in the historical record. Some date back to ancient Egypt. I have deciphered steps to activate and control it. The artifact requires an infusion of exotic materials. Unique elements that can only be harvested here at Liberty Falls. I have already ensured everything we need is ready for your arrival. You will see your lost Agent Maxis again soon. I'll be waiting.
Alright, this was it for this boss, for this one box Easter egg challenge. We completed it. And now I'll catch you on for Shattered Veil. See ya.